Hey everybody, Andrew here. Welcome to Living the Northern Life. Today, I'm just checking on our back trail camera. I'm going to be switching the batteries in here, but I'm out on the snowmobile and I can pretty much walk anywhere that I want on the snow today. Here's the snowmobile. And here's the track I just came in on, and I'm walking on it. I did a little donut here and park the sled over there. I should have brought my ice grippers today because it's pretty slippery. Now I have to walk down this hill and get to the camera on the tree without killing myself. Remember all the previous videos about this camera back here that we had to reach up? Yeah, that's how much snow we have. And it's the first week of April, almost into the second week of April here. It's Good Friday. So this video will be out on Sunday, the 10th, I think it is. No, the 9th. And so, yeah, so I've got to change the batteries in here. The batteries have been dead for a while, so I'm not going to change the camera memory stick in this just because the batteries are dead. I won't be able to film this. I need two hands to do it, so apologize for that, but I've got a lot to do today. So once you unlatch it here and open this guy up, the battery pack's underneath here. But the battery pack thing comes down like this, but all the batteries slide in, so you've got to put two batteries in and kind of close the thing, put two more batteries in and close it a little bit more, so that's why it's so difficult. All right, batteries are in, it's turned on, so we'll close it up and get out of here. Well, it should be bear season, or getting close to being bear season, but there is still 2 feet of snow back here. Next week, we're getting a lot of warm weather, I think plus 12 Celsius. It's what, 24, 54 Fahrenheit, somewhere in there. So we're gonna get a lot of melting over here. All right, now it's time to go check on some maple syrup buckets. I saw one was totally full. I'm really surprised that it's running at all. It hasn't been good weather for that, but let's get going. We got a lot to do today. So I'm right by the other trail camera. I'm gonna look at this bucket here, see what we got, and it's full. Gonna have to collect that guy. Now let's walk over to this one. And I can pretty much walk anywhere where I want. I'll just be careful. It is slippery. Let's see how this guy is. He's got a little bit, not enough to really collect. And it's totally frozen anyway. All right. So my goal today was to be able to put out the gathering bucket, get my other barrel on top ready for the boiler and fix that up. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to try to collect. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab some 5-gallon buckets, dump these guys into it, and then put it into a warm shop so that way it won't freeze the plastic 5-gallon buckets. Hopefully there's not too many that are full like this, because we're still cold for a little bit, but next week is going to be plus 12, so I better get to it. All right, so this might be a little interesting. I've checked like 5 buckets, and they're half full or mostly full, so I've got to collect. I got no choice. I don't want to let it overrun. That's the whole point of this, is to collect it, not let it drain out on the ground. So we're gonna have to rig something up, put some 5-gallon buckets in the woodworking shop at my stepfather's place to stop it from freezing, and then we got to get the show on the road. Uh-oh. I can't actually get into the sugar shack. I'll need to go get a shovel and get myself in here. Of course, my shovel's over at my trailer. And thankfully, it didn't snow underneath there. Otherwise, I think I'd probably have a hard time getting that shovel out. We have to do something about that, too. Gonna be a busy weekend. This picture is just for our reference, but my knee, or maybe my knee is up to the top of the, my knee is almost up to the top of the fifth wheel. It's down about 3 feet. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I just needed enough room to be able to get the door open a bit to get inside and get some buckets out. So hopefully this is enough. Oh, perfect. We have 2 stuck buckets. We saw this thing online. I don't know if it's true or not, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna use the air compressor to shoot some air in between those buckets to see if the top one comes out. All right, we got about 70 PSI. We're gonna give this thing a shot. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry I laughed too much there. I took this thing out.
That's pretty simple.
If I hadn't seen that personally, Marcel, I would not have believed it.
No, I wouldn't believe it.
All right, I'm just about to start collecting here. I have to apologize for that last scene, guys. Oh my goodness, that was so funny. I was pulling on that and pulling on it. I watched that video online the other day and I thought, all right, like whatever, like I don't really feel it's real. But it is. And, you know, for us, you guys might not believe it, but like we're never going to separate pails the other way. Like that's bananas. It was so easy to turn on the compressor and just shoot air into it like that. Like I say, we had about 75 PSI in that tank, and it just popped it out without any effort at all. So believe us or not, guys, I wouldn't have believed if it wasn't for us either. So, all right, I need to check on the pails and start collecting maple syrup. Okay, these are the first 2 trees that we tapped the other 4 weeks ago, and both of them are absolutely full. I'm in trouble. I should have brought my GoPro along. I just popped a hole in here. I can't pour the ice out into the buckets, so I popped a hole in here. I'm going to drain as much water as I can. Okay, so the back 2 are about 1/3 full, maybe more, a little bit more than 1/3. I put lids on them to hopefully stop them from sloshing around, and I'll just need to drive real slow. But those 2 are done. Took me a bit. Okay, I've picked up 6 trees. I've got, this bucket needs to go in there, and that'll give us, well, not 10 gallons of water, but I've picked up 6 pails. So like I say, I think I'm in trouble. So this trail I've got 4, but I'm gonna grab a bucket and my hammer to break the ice open and walk down that way, so I only have to go once. So the snowmobile's way over there. I said I got 4 buckets over here. Almost forgot about these 2. And this guy's full. It's got a lot of ice in it, so I've got about 1/3 of a bucket. So it is supposed to warm up a little bit today, so I need to get this done early in the morning while it's still below 0. I have fallen through once, and that ice doesn't feel good sliding up your legs, so I want to get this done. Well, I'm glad I brought a bucket down this way, but I've emptied these 2, and now my bucket's almost full, and I have to go back that way and collect 4 more. Looks like we lost a branch off of our really big pine tree. Uh-oh. All right, I'm gonna walk over there, see if I can move it. That way I don't have to like slow down. Okay, so that's a really big branch that came off of this tree from up there somewhere. All right, hopefully I don't get crushed by another one. And of course, it turns out it's been here for a while. It's kind of in the snow, so I'm trying to dig it out, but I can't move it yet. It's not that big a branch, but it's just kind of stuck in the ice. Finally, the branch has been moved. Well, it sure is warming up, but the maple syrup's still coming nicely out of the buckets. One thing I noticed is that the galvanized buckets hold on to the ice, and the aluminum buckets just let it slide right out. So I got to be careful. I don't want to collect too much ice. It's just water, or I think it's just water. So I'm leaving it in the buckets because we only have the 50-gallon barrel. We put 5 gallon buckets in there. So we've got, I don't know, between 23 gallons. They weren't totally full. Otherwise, I would say 25 gallons. But I've got another 4 of the back green ones are full for sure. This other green one here on the right is got a little bit in it, and none of the others have any at all. So we've got another 20 gallons here or so. So, you know, our 50-gallon, or I guess it's 55-gallon barrel in the sugar shack is, you know, we're going to put a big dent in it. So I'm going to have to come back tomorrow, and I know my stepfather's getting the maple syrup tank all to the correct level, and then we've got to put the chimney back on, take off a piece of metal in the back, and get things ready. We don't want anything to freeze. He just had some carpal tunnel syndrome surgery, so his hand or his wrist, we took him down about 4 or 5 weeks ago, so it's just about healed now. But I don't want him to do too much with that. He's already having a challenge to not do anything, but hopefully he doesn't watch this. Don't tell him. All right, so we're finally back to where we were this morning. The trail camera is just back here. So this is the first tree that by the trail camera. And we're working on our 6th bucket here, but we're only about half done. So I'm going to have to probably make a drop off here in a few minutes and then come back out again. So I have a bunch of trees left to pick up yet, but my barrel's full. So we're going to pick up and leave them in the 5-gallon buckets and bring them into the sugar shack tonight. All right, so we're done collecting for now. My stepfather wants to stop for lunch, and then we're going to put the chimney on the sugar shack. For right now, I'm going to put the snowmobile and the sled away because we don't need it. And the buckets are drying outside. All right, guys, well, the sun's setting. My stepfather and I got talking there, and time got by and we didn't hook up the barrel like we said we were going to. So we're going to call it quits on this video here. We'll have that in the next video. Leave your comments down below. We are an Amazon affiliate. If you click any of our Amazon links down below, we'll receive a small commission, and it sure helps the channel. If you're not subscribed or following along, hit that subscribe button to follow along. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it sure means the world to us. And until the next one, keep living the Northern Life. Thanks for watching Living the Northern Life. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and our website. Remember to click subscribe, click that bell notification, and give us a thumbs up for the videos you like.